This segment is sponsored by Petersburg Area Regional Tourism.
Thousands and thousands of our Central Virginia school children visit Henricus Historical Park every year and enjoy it. There's so much to do and see and enjoy. Charlie Grant is executive director here at the park. Charlie, you've got a big event coming up, and this is something it's going into its second year, but maybe you're not as well known for yet.
Well, that's right. It's called Hops in the Park, and it takes place on November 12th, which is a week from Saturday. And last year was our first year of doing it. We had over 3,000 people out here, and we raised money each year during Hops for our educational programming. We're hoping for good weather. We have close to 25 breweries, cideries, and meaderies that'll be on site, along with live music and food. And hopefully people will come out, support education at Henricus, and have a good time at Hops in the Park.
What an amazing resource and amazing opportunity right here. You come and everything it's live action. I mean, it really is. You're able to get hands-on, and that really seals that lesson plan, doesn't it, to be able to have something like this?
Oh, it sure does. I always say that if you can imagine learning to ride a bicycle by reading about it in a textbook, you never would have gotten it. These kids come out here and they learn more in an hour or an hour and a half of hands-on educational programming than they would ever get out of any kind of textbook.
Yeah. So guess what? Now it's time to bring the whole family, because Hops in the Park is going to be fantastic. You started it last year. You had about 3,000 folks out last year. This year it's going to be growing.
This year it's going to be growing. We don't know exactly what that number will be, but we're counting on 5,000, maybe even more. Of course, a lot of it depends on the weather, but we believe
we'll
work on that, and we think that the Richmond community, being as passionate as about microbrewing and about education, will be out here to support the event on November 12th.
That's great. So it's going to be a great day for family, for friends, for history, for beer and cider and mead, but also for art. That's pretty unique.
It is. We have an artist, a local artist named Michael Broth, and he is very well known in the Richmond area for doing murals on buildings, mostly in the city. And he graciously this year volunteered to create an original piece of artwork that will be auctioned off at Hops in the Park. And on top of that, he has decided not to take any of the proceeds from this artwork, but rather to donate it back to the Children's Education Fund at Henricus. He's a fantastic artist. We're setting up a gallery for him in our church at Henricus, and anybody who has been downtown and seen the great work on the sides of these buildings, you really need to come by and see his original artwork at Henricus.
And this piece that he's created that will be auctioned off really captures the essence of something that's pretty iconic here.
It does. It's of a cresset, and a cresset was basically a colonial streetlight. And if you've ever been to a place like Williamsburg at Christmas time, you see cressets burning on the sides of the roads with their little fires that kind of light up the sidewalks and the roadways. So it's something that would have been well known in these parts 400 years ago, and Michael just did a fantastic piece of artwork that really captures both Hops in the Park and the historical aspects involved.
What a cool collaboration. Breweries, cideries, meaderies, but the caveat is that all of them are using Virginia-grown or locally sourced ingredients.
That's right. In order to have their craft brew served here at Henricus during Hops in the Park, they have to use Virginia-grown ingredients. Part of our mission is to support and promote Virginia agriculture.
Mm-hmm. It makes perfect sense. We're standing right in front of the working gardens in place, in action. The hops are growing right behind us. Hops have a big history in Virginia.
It sure does. It goes back hundreds of years. Back in the old days when water was not safe to drink, it was the habit to turn water into things like ale and beer in order to be able to transport it and to drink it. So it's a historically very accurate thing to do for us, and we're just proud to be able to bring the modern version of it to to the people of Richmond.
Charlie, thanks for talking with us.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. It's going to be an excellent day to spend out here at Henricus Historical Park for Hops in the Park. If you're a fan of the park, come out. If you haven't discovered it yet, what better opportunity than to do it for this fun event?
All right, Hops in the Park at Henricus Historical Park is Saturday, November 12th from noon till 6 p.m. The park is located in Chester, 251 Henricus Park Road. Admission is free and food and beverages will be available for purchase. Cash only, please. And you can get the VIP experience by purchasing a Capital Ale House VIP ticket for just $55 for everything you need to know to visit hopsinthepark.com or 748-1613.